are cooking today. So we got a load with some thyme on it. Woohoo! And I just wanted to show you guys this great little gadget I got. I finally found the cord for my skillet. I'm going to be making some salmon with some zucchini and onion and of course my sprouts that I made. The salmon I'm going to be sauteing in my dish with some herb butter, and I'm going to make a honey garlic Dijon mustard sauce to go over it. I got this recipe out of an anti-inflammatory book, diet book that I got off of Amazon. I'll post the cover here if you're interested in picking it up. I like that book because basically everything in it is one pot. So it's super easy to cook on. But I just wanted to take one moment before I start cooking and show you this great equipment that I got. So this right here is what I've got. Again, I got it on Amazon also, of course. You have a glass lid so you can see inside. You have the top portion, which can act as a steamer, which is removable. And then you have the bottom portion, which is big enough and flat enough to where you can, cook your meats or whatever, and then put your vegetables on top. Or you can even make soups or like rice and stuff like that. It is a plug-in, so I have it plugged into our inverter here. Here's where the on-off switch is, right here. It's got low and high. It's only 2 settings. So when the setting says to simmer, I just fluctuate between the low setting and the off. So I just kind of fluctuate it in between. It's not perfect science, but it's great for when you're traveling on the go or you're in the truck. First, I'm going to heat up my skillet. And while I'm waiting for that to heat up, I just want to show you I've got 2 salmon cutlets with herb and butter garlic inside. I'm going to start by using my avocado oil. I keep it in the fridge so it'll solidify some. That way I don't have to worry about any oil spills on the truck. As it comes back to room temperature, it'll liquefy. First, I will start with chopping up some onion and sticking it in my hot pan to let it start the saute process. Just gonna stir it around a little bit. While that's doing its thing, I'm going to make my garlic honey mustard sauce in my little collapsible cup. First, I start with fermented garlic honey. I make it here in the truck. It's a pretty easy process, just a little tedious. I plan to make a future video about it, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. I like to use the garlic in the cooking as well. It adds a nice sweet garlicky flavor. The water from the garlic actually makes the honey really liquidy, and so I like to use that as part of the sauce. It's also great as a dressing, but I'm going to use about a tablespoon of that in my little cup. Then I'm going to add some more garlic because we love our garlic on the truck. Next, I add in the stone ground honey Dijon mustard. I use about 2 to 3 tablespoons of this. I am using a teaspoon. 3 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon. That's why it looks like it's a lot. There are a lot of great health benefits to apple cider vinegar with the mothers, so I add it usually to almost all of my cooking. So next I'm just going to stir it all up and make it into a consistent base. Once that's done, I'll just set it aside. I decided to go ahead and chop up that one lone little garlic clove that I pulled from the honey. I decided to add the onion and the garlic into the little slit with the butter in the salmon. And what I should have done at this point was go ahead and add the sauce, but I was thinking I needed to get my vegetables in the steamer portion. Otherwise, my salmon was going to be done and my zucchini would not be steamed yet. So that was going to be an issue when it came time to serve and eat. So I went ahead and decided to go ahead and chop up the zucchini and some more onion and add some spices to the mix along with a little bit of real salt so that it would have a nice flavor to it. And then I just stuck it on top of the salmon to let it start the steamer process. And I mustn't forget that I added in my truck-grown sprouts into the mix for an extra added dose of nutrition. Now I add on the sauce, flip the salmon fillets, sauce the other side, and wait for it to finish cooking. Since this cooks a lot faster than I anticipated, it's been a while since I used it, I will pull the salmon out when it's done, and I will leave the juices and all the stuff down below, and I will just basically convert this, dump this right on into there, and let it do its thing, let it cook up, and then it'll be a delicious meal for Michael and I to eat today. I think it looks about done. So I'm just going to put it in the same container with my salmon. That way all the flavors can mesh well together. Now we're going to do the taste test. I got a little zucchini, some onion and sprouts in here. The salmon is cooked very nicely. It's good, moist and flaky. Who would have known that eating healthy would taste so good? Michael's gonna get his when he gets back from the shower. So I guess this wraps it up for me. Until next time, toodles y'all.